Tahimik ka. You know that feeling, di ba? Madalas mong piliin ng mag-isa. Sa isang mundong literally na punong-puno ng ingay, mas pipiliin mo pa yung tahimik na sulok. Welcome sa usapang ito, kung saan hihimayin natin ang isang bagay na I'm sure nararamdaman mo araw-araw, pero baka hindi mo pa nabibigyan ng tamang pangalan. We often look at our habits, yung paglayo natin sa karamihan, yung paghanap ng peace and quiet, at ang bilis nating lagyan ng label ang sarili natin. Pero wait lang, what if these labels are actually hiding a much deeper truth?
Let's face it, ito yung simpleng katotohanan. You are quiet. Sa mga social gatherings, sa office, o kahit sa bahay kasama ang pamilya, madalas ikaw yung taga-observe. Ikaw yung listener. People might actually point it out asking, "Uy, batang tahimik mo," or "Lalim ng iniisip natin ah." And you know what happens? Every single time they point it out, mas lalo ka lang umaatras, mas lalo kang nagtatago sa nakasanayan mong katahimikan. At actually, it's not just about being quiet, ano? Mas pinipili mo talagang mapag-isa. Let's be real, you prefer your own company kesa sa magulong ingay ng labas. There's this undeniable comfort in knowing na the moment you close your bedroom door, boom! The demands of the outside world just stop. Walang kailangan i-entertain, walang kailangan kausapin, walang kailangan i-please. Kayo lang ng sarili mong kapayapaan.
So the most logical conclusion? Ang akala mo, introvert ka? It's such an easy label to wear, diba? Makes perfect sense. Sabi nga ng society natin, if you prefer books over parties or silence over small talk, then automatic, welcome to the introvert club. It honestly gives us an easy pass to cancel plans nang hindi masyadong nagiging-guilty. Nagiging identity na natin siya. Para siyang isang kalasag, a shield we use para harapin ang sobrang ingay na mundo.
Pero here is where it gets interesting. Paano kung mali ka? Think about it for a second. What if this entire time, this introvert identity you've built around yourself is actually masking something else entirely? Paano kung hindi ka naman talaga introvert, kundi pagod ka lang? Like literally exhausted. Pagod sa pakikisama, pagod sa pakikinig, pagod sa pag-intindi sa mga taong hindi ka naman talaga naiintindihan. This is a heavy realization, but we really need to unpack it. We need to look at the huge difference between being naturally quiet and being completely, utterly drained. Kasi ayon sa psychology, introversion is not about how quiet you are or kung galit ka sa tao. Wala siyang kinalaman dun. Introversion is actually all about where you draw your energy. Ang tunay na introvert, hindi sila tumatakas sa tao. They just choose when to engage. Yes, they get tired from too much socializing, pero kaya pa rin nilang makipag-connect ng malalim, lalo na kung tamang tao at tamang oras. They just simply need solitude to recharge their battery. Yun lang yun. So let's move to our first major point, social exhaustion. When every single interaction completely drains you. Here is the crucial point. Social exhaustion is total depletion. Ubos na ubos ka. Hindi ito dahil ayaw mo sa mga tao sa paligid mo. Ubos ka lang talaga. Emotionally, mentally, at minsan pati physically, you feel that heavy weight. It's like you're running on literally 0% battery. And anyone who asks for even just a minute of your time, kahit simpleng tanong lang, feels like they're trying to take something that you just do not have to give anymore.
Let's look at the difference. Ang isang true introvert, they find genuine peace and happiness in solitude. They use that time to build themselves back up. Pero ang taong socially exhausted, honestly, tumatakas lang sila. And here's the painful truth. Ang socially exhausted person madalas may deep sense of lungkot or emptiness kahit nag-iisa na sila. Kahit nakuha mo na yung katahimikan na pinapangarap mo, you still don't feel okay. Kasi hindi ka nagre-recharge, you are just surviving. Next up, we have the weight of emotional labor. Ito yung constant na pag-a-adjust ng sarili mo para sa ibang tao.
I want you to really let this sink in. Dahil gusto mong mapag-isa, iniisip mong introvert ka, pero ang totoo, nagpapahinga ka lang sa overload. Unti-unti kang nauubos every single day sa pagmask ng tunay mong nararamdaman para lang maging acceptable sa mga tao sa paligid mo. You are constantly carrying this invisible weight of everyone else's expectations and isolating yourself. That is just your brain's desperate, last-ditch attempt to finally drop that heavy weight.
The sad reality is, kapag socially exhausted ka, you're not actually recovering inside your room. Nagtatago ka lang. You're just hiding from all the stimuli. Pero dahil you're not actually addressing kung bakit ka naubos in the first place, the very moment you step back out of that door, the draining cycle immediately starts all over again. Which brings us to our next point, running on empty.
And we really can't completely blame ourselves here because our modern world is absolutely full of these invisible drains.
Just think about your everyday life for a second. Yung mga chat notifications na walang tigil sa pagping, social media na literal na nag-overload sa utak mo ng issues and updates ng ibang tao, yung mga unspoken expectations mula sa boss mo o sa pamilya mo, kahit yung forced small talk sa elevator. Diba? The truth is, kahit hindi ka lumalabas ng bahay, nauubos ka pa rin kasi ang buong mundo ay nasa loob na ng phone mo. You are constantly connected, which means you are constantly being drained. And suddenly, mapapansin mo na lang, ayaw mo na sa lahat. Yes, minsan pati sa mga taong mahal na mahal mo.
So what do? We move to accepting the exhaustion and how we actually go about protecting our boundaries.
Looking through a Stoic lens, the absolute most empowering thing you can learn right now is this. Your energy is not unlimited. Finite yan, may hangganan. Think of it like you have a very limited daily budget. At dahil diyan, hindi mo kailangang pasukin ang lahat ng interactions na inihahain sa'yo. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away or running from the world. It is absolutely crucial for protecting your limited resources. Kasi pag hindi mo ito prinotaktahan, ikaw mismo ang mauubos ng tuluyan.
So the biggest takeaway from our entire explainer today is this. Introversion is a personality. Social exhaustion is a condition. Yung isa is who you naturally are, while the other is something you are currently going through. Sometimes, you don't actually need to change who you are. Hindi mo kailangang ayusin yung personality mo. Kailangan mo lang ng enough courage para aminin sa sarili mo na sobrang pagod ka lang talaga.
I want to leave you with one final heavy question. Ang susunod na piliin mong magkulong sa kwarto at umiwas sa mundo, ask yourself honestly, payapa ba ako kapag nag-isa? Or am I just really, really tired? Sit with that truth. Because acknowledging that you are simply exhausted might literally be the very first step to finally getting the true rest that you deserve. Kung may kilala kang tahimik pero alam mong palaging pagod, maybe share this with them. Because sometimes the people who say the least are the ones carrying the heaviest exhaustion.